Hey guys, welcome back to more Lord of Heroes. In today's video, we're going to go through the final boss on the Gallus Empire East. I think we're on about day 2.5 of Global. I managed to do this free to play, so I haven't spent any money. A fairly budget team that I've got going. What we're going to do is we're going to go through the team I used. We're going to look at their stats and their gear, talk a bit about speed and turn order, and then we're going to go into the battle, get to the boss, and go through the actual strategy, because there's a lot of things where if you do it wrong, you just screw. It's very RNG dependent with how weak my team is, so it took me a few tries to get it, just so everyone knows that. But yeah, you can get it, and if we fail on the run that we demonstrate on, I'll put a clip at the end of the run that we won on. But like I said, it's very in-depth on the little things you want, like the turn order, the speed tuning, and also when you want to use things compared to when the boss has the ultimate ready and stuff like that. So let's get into it. Okay, so for this one, let's jump in, hit ready, and you can see my team here. So this is the free-to-play team that I find to be the best. I originally didn't have Astrid in there, and I had Johan, but Johan just isn't as good as Astrid. The reason Astrid is in there is for the strip. So I'll go through each hero on this team and talk about why they're in there. So Charlotte doesn't really need to be said. She's in there for the heals. Pretty much it. And if you get a basic attack that teams up with her and you get the attack break, even better. Then we have Fram. Fram is actually very important for this one. Mine's is still on 3-star. The Charlotte is 4-star though. Fram at 3-star, mine was tanky enough. She is in there for 1, the defense break, which is nice to help speed things up. 2, her second ability, really nice on the waves, because you never use her second ability on the boss, so you can use it on the waves. And thirdly, her ultimate is a 2-turn attack break, which is huge for the boss. Even though we do have some 1-turn attack breaks in the team, that 2 turns is really nice. Helga is there for damage. She's basically never using her ult. She's just there for the basic attack and skill 2 for damage. Then we have Astrid, like I said, solely there for the strip of on the boss. The boss does get an attack buff. You can strip that with Astrid's skill 2. Although as you fight the boss will attack you once with the attack buff, just because it's a long cooldown. And then here we have, I can never we're gonna check this chick's name because I always forget. Anyway, we've got her in there. She's there basically just as the last hero. She's tanky, so she doesn't die as easy, and she has a skill 2 attack break in case you miss your attack break. So that's the basic team. What I want to talk about is the strategy. So I actually recorded the playthrough, which I'll play fully through at the end. But basically, I want to look at the stats first and then talk about the strategy, because the stats I want to look at for the turn order. But yeah, like I said, I'll put the playthrough at the end. So we'll jump back over here and look at my heroes and talk about it. So obviously, Helga's my main damage dealer. I have only been summoning for the striker gear, so she's on the best gear. As you can see, I've got 3 pieces of hers at +9. The weapon did have health, which sucked when I pulled it, but a bit of health on Helga isn't too bad in this stage, just to help her survive. So that's one's attack, and that one is the crit rate. So she's got a decent bit of speed too at 130, so not too bad for getting extra turns against the boss. Really handy to have her fast, and then she's obviously just there for the damage. Then we have Charlotte. Now Charlotte, I want to take a close look at her speed. At the speed where she's at, which is going to be 109 speed, I think she speed ties with the boss. I did this 3 times to clear it, 3 attempts, and 2 times she went before the boss, 1 time she went after the boss, so she is speed tied with the boss. With this, so that's sort of the speed I like for her. The one I cleared it with, she went before the boss. I actually like her moving just after the boss, because if she's at this speed and goes after the boss is going to deal the first AoE, which is going to weaken your team. Then she's going to heal them and shield them, because she's going to cut in, because the boss will use the attack that increases the boss's turn gauge, but she's going to cut in before the boss has her second attack, meaning she heals the damage and also shields. Whereas if Charlotte goes before the boss, she's putting the shields up but not getting any healing, so the boss then attacks through the shield and then does extra damage on the next round. Charlotte, what you really want to do is you want to have nothing in general. You just do not want anything with defense on her. So as you can see, I've got this piece with defense, but I don't even know why I left that. I probably should have put the attack on. I think I just wanted some extra mitigation on her, but basically you want to avoid defense if you can. You want HP and you want attack, because her heal is going to be based on attack, and obviously you want speed to get to the limit, but her heal is based off the attack, her shield is based off her health. So defense doesn't really help her out. So you really want to be healing your teammates and shielding them well. So attack and HP is what you want to aim for. As you can see, all +6 there. Then we have, what's her name? Zara. Always forget Zara. Zara, basically, she's just there to be tanky and for the attack break. So this one had attack just because it was what I have. And then I went defenses, health, health again, a speed there to get the speed up, and then health again. All I cared about on her was not dying, and that's pretty much it. Then we have Astrid, same thing, didn't care about damage on Astrid, just tried to stack as much health and defense as I could. There's one there with an attack because I didn't have many other options. As you can see, attack, and then that health one, it was just, I wanted, I thought the attack, I don't even know what I thought, to be honest. Oh, that one was already upgraded to 3. That's why I did it. I was out of gold. I was out of gold. So the boots have got health. This one is just there to give me the defense set bonus, because I had no rings, so it gave me my second defense bonus. And then this one's the speed, just to speed her up a little bit. Not too bad. So that is Astrid. Once again, just there to survive and do the strip on skill 2. Do not use Mihail in this. He's just completely weak against it, brings nothing to the team, and he's always going to die. And when the boss kills someone, the boss is getting an extra turn. So that is that. And then we have Fram here. If we look at her stats, we're going to see pretty fast. Fram was my fastest. I really like her being super fast. Then she can get that attack break up more often with the ultimate, so that is pretty cool. So we're gonna go have a look here, and once again, her, I wasn't really stressed about damage, just looking for tanky stats overall. With anyone that's not Charlotte that wants to be tanky, I kind of like the defense more, because they're gonna mitigate damage. Even though the boss does have a defense break, they're gonna mitigate damage, meaning Charlotte's heal is gonna heal more effective HP, and also she's gonna shield more effective HP, because you've got that general base mitigation. And that is it for the team. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into the battle. I'll get to the boss stage and then I'll talk about it. Okay, so here we are at the boss. Now, for the waves, I didn't want to play through the whole thing. Basically, with the waves, I only use basic attacks and Fram's AoE, because Fram's AoE you're never going to use here. Everyone else's skills you're going to use at this boss. So Fram's is the only AoE I use. Sometimes if I have to, I'll use a Charlotte heal, but I try not to. You basically want to enter this stage of the battle with 7 with 7, whatever you call it, ult gauge, whatever they call it, burst gauge. You want to have 7 there because you want to be able to use Fram's ult, and you also want to be able to use Charlotte's ult. And as you can see on this one, my Charlotte is just slower than the boss, which is the way I like it to be. But like I said, at this speed that my Charlotte is, half the time she's going to be faster and half the time she's going to be slower. It's just a speed tie. So that is that. So let's look at the boss's skills first of all. So this is a passive here. Immune to action, inhibiting effects, and abilities that lengthen skill cooldown times. The skill cannot be removed or transferred. So basically immune to stuff. This one, defeating an enemy grants this character an extra turn. More than one turn cannot be granted in a row. You do not want anyone really squishy in here, and that's why I said I build everyone else with extra tanky stats, even though they're mainly damage dealers like Astrid. I just want them to survive is basically it. Then we have this ability, attacks all enemies, reduces their defense for 3 turns, increases the user's attack power for 2 turns. Really threatening. AoE. This one's the ultimate, attacks all enemies, fills the user's action gauge by 50% and restores 20% of the user's health. This one's really frustrating. So normally she's going to use this and then go straight into this one. But like I said, with the speed that our Charlotte is at, the boss is going to use this one, and then Charlotte's going to move, and then she's going to use this one, which is really nice for our team. So I'll go into the strat. We might fail this one. I'll put the successful run at the end so you guys can see it, just with some tunes over it. But let's go ahead here, and we're going to hit this. Hopefully we land this attack break. Now, if you miss the attack break, you've still got backups, but you really want this attack break to land. And we got it. Okay, sweet, perfect. Now, we're going to go straight into skill 1 here. because basically the boss is going to heal up fully after this, so you don't want to waste the saps if you were going to land them from skill 2. So we're just going to do a skill 1, because you'll see the boss almost gets to full health after this. So we just use that skill 1. We're going to use a skill 1 here as well, because we don't need the attack break. We've got the 2-turn attack break on, and then here we're just going to use a skill 1 as well. And sweet. And the reason I like Fram to be the fastest is because then she uses her ult at the very start, meaning that everyone else is going to be generating that ult gauge. So as you can see, we're already at 6. What we're going to do here is we're going to heal up as much of that damage as we can, and also apply the shield, so hopefully we mitigate a fair chunk of this next one. And a bit of the RNG in the battle when you're this weak fighting against the boss is going to be how many armor breaks land, especially if it's against the weak heroes. So Fram got an armor break. We're not too bad. We're not too bad there. As you can see, we did actually... We're only at 5 here. So what I'm going to do, because we're only at 5 and the boss doesn't have the turn gauge advantage one, I'm not going to use Fram's ult. I'm just going to basic attack here. Basic attack. As you can see, the boss is pretty much back at full. Now we're going to use the skill 2 of Helga. Try and apply some saps. Got 1 on. That's not too bad. Dealt some decent damage. Now, we really want this to land. But if it doesn't matter, because with our Fram being so fast, she's going to get a chance to ult before the boss's next turn. But I really want to save Fram for when the boss has the ult skill ready, because we need that 2-turn attack break for that stage. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and try and get this attack break. And we missed it, which sucks, which means we're going to have to use Fram early, which is bad for us. And as you can see, this one, because this attack is going to do both the bad things that we don't want it to do, the defense break and the attack buff, I'm going to leave this because, once again, I don't want to strip the attack buff until the boss is ready to use this skill, because I don't want to cop this skill with the attack buff, is pretty much the basic here. So I'm just going to use basic attack even though we're at full ult gauge. Then this one here, sometimes if I was faster, I'd be tempted to use skill 2, get the turn gauge, and then outspeed the boss. But because we are the same speed as the boss, there's no way it's going to happen. So we're just going to go straight and shield everyone up. And this is where having attack and HP on the Charlotte is really nice, because you're going to get the attack. I mean, get the healing from the attack, and you're also going to get the big shield from the HP. So here we go. Due to this, I'm going to use Fram's ultimate, which is not the way I wanted things to happen, but because we missed the attack break from the Zara, we have to do this. Please get the attack break. And we missed it. So this is where we're boned and we'll probably wipe. We are probably going to wipe after this one, because that really does hurt the team. We'll see how we go, but we're not going to get the ult gauge to get another attack break, and the boss is going to use that big attack next. So we're pretty much screwed. We are going to strip that attack buff now. We're going to have to shield up here as well. And there's no other way to go about it. And now we just have to hope we survive, because, or if we get a basic attack that teams up with Charlotte and gives the attack break. However, like I said, we really want that 2-turn attack break. So basically the Zara missing the attack break screwed us, because we needed that Zara and then we needed to do an ult after that with this one to get it. But let's see if we can get a team up. No team up. Okay. Let's do another basic. And this is pretty much where we get deleted. It's pretty much where we get deleted. So like I said, the boss is going to do that. Ooh, action gauge up. Who comes in between? We're not going to get anything that we can mitigate the damage of this. Ooh, if we get the attack break. Oh, we missed the attack break with the Charlotte team up. Okay, we need a Charlotte team up attack break here. Otherwise, we're done. Ah, wrong one. Okay, so that's going to be it. Our Astrid's going to die. Oh, we just survived. Okay. Unfortunately, we can't ult right now. But we are going to get a second turn with Fram before the boss goes again, which means we will get to have another crack at that attack break. Because we are in such a good position here with turn gauge, we are going to use the skill 2 right now, and we're going to heal up Astrid, because Astrid is the weakest on the team, and she's got a defense break. So we're going to heal her up, and that's going to give us a chance to get another turn. We're just going to use a basic attack here, keeping in mind that Helga's basic attack does have life steal, so she's going to heal herself up quite a bit from that. We are then going to go into a basic attack with this one. We're now going to heal with our Charlotte, just get those shields on, and hope like hell we land the attack break on the next turn with the Fram. Let's see. There we go, get the heals. Like I said, we're pretty low at the moment, and we can't strip that attack buff yet because we've got 2 more turns for this one. We did get the Helga team up, which is really nice for damage. It's the first Helga team up we've had. Now we really need to land. We 100% need this to land, otherwise we're done. We need this attack break to land. Please. Please? Got it. Okay, that's good. We should survive. If anyone dies there, we're done. Is pretty much the way it works. So now we need to go all in for the damage. So I'm going to try and get the... We've already got the attack break, so we're just going to use the basic attack here. Unfortunately, my Helga is going to be just too slow on this one. If my Helga got another attack, we're good, but we're going to use basic attacks to see if we can get a team up with the Helga, because that would clutch us a victory. So let's go ahead again. Oh, we missed the Helga. We really needed those Helga team ups. And this is pretty much the end for us. Now, unfortunately, we're in a really bad situation because the boss, we have so many guys defense broken. We can heal up, but we'll end up losing someone, and then the boss will gain extra attacks. Basically, if we got 2 Helga team ups here, we win. My Charlotte's not going to do enough damage with the Astrid. What is the cost of Astrid's ultimate? Even though my Astrid has no attack, if she uses her ignore defense ultimate, we might be okay. Let's see if we can get it. We're going to play a clutch play here, but normally I'd just heal to play safe. Let's see if we can get it. Oh, it's 4. I got it wrong. Okay, so we lose, as you can see, at 2. It's always going to happen. The boss is going to go again. Hey, if we survive here? No. Okay. Came close. Like I said, it took me a couple tries. It's not going to be perfect. I'll leave a play at the end, but that's the basic. Hopefully that gives you an idea of the basic playthrough you want to do. I'm really curious if I would have healed there, whether we would have been fine. But I hope that gives you guys enough of an understanding of the basics that I went through in the turn order to make it happen. You've seen all the stats, but that is going to be it for this one. I will leave that playthrough at the end of this video. I'll probably put it on like 2 times speed just so it's a bit quicker. You can slow it down on YouTube if you want, but thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have an awesome day. I hope you guys can get through this one because it was painful, but I'll look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.